about that. Let's talk COVID weight gain.
Jackie, you have my condolences for your weight gain.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
sad.
I didn't know that wasn't allowed. I should have called your PR person before we started this, Laurie.
I just like how Jackie had to like preface it like, look, I shot some heroin up, and I've taken some Quaaludes, and I have a lot of cocaine up my ass right now. But Laurie, my sincerest.
I was feeling emotional seeing her face. I wanted to say it, so I said it. It's done.
We should differentiate. There's JFab and J Cash, maybe instead of Jackie, because we have two Jackies.
Oh,
Just call me Kashian like it's junior high.
Okay, Kashian and JFab.
Kashian and J-Fat, or Kashian and Jackie.
Yeah, there you go.
But, yeah,
Oh, all right.
well, you do say Jack. No, I like J-Fat. I enjoy hearing it.
I like J Cash. That sounds exciting. Put a
J-
dollar
That
sign.
does.
It's my hip hop name. Sure.
That's new. Way too new.
I thought that was your prostitute name.
What?
So that's actually Jackie Kashian.
While we're
use
here,
your middle name too.
while we're here, is there a way for us to coax Kira and Karen into a reading? Because I'm tired of COVID. I'm joking. I'm not trying to milk you, but
Whatever you want. It's your show. It's your show. Relatable.
I would say you might want to go back to talking about dead parents because it doesn't look good.
I'm just happy that Kira isn't petting my hand for an hour. Well,
I liked it when she did that to me. It was relaxing.
You
Very
love
soothing. Very soothing. You're a good mom, Kira, I could tell.
Also, you guys, I did do some edibles, to be honest with you, and I have CBD oil all over my body. So, Kashian, my condolences to your mother who passed away. 9 years old.
this is my 13th cup of coffee today, so I would just like to say, fuck all of y'all!
I had a show today that I forgot. It was
What?
Ben
Build
Green.
the time machine. What show?
I had
In-person show, real life?
no, Zoom. And
Well, you're saying no, like we haven't all seen you out in the streets of New York kissing people on Instagram.
only anal. I don't kiss. Yeah, I'm not
Use a
gonna lie.
condom, kids.
And
Let
I
me
have
tell
fun.
you,
What?
JFab, can I tell you what she does? She booty calls me about every week or so. You up? And I'm like, yeah. Like, you want to do a set in 35 seconds?
Same.
And I'm like, okay.
How did that show go, by the way?
Oh, all 12 people loved it.
The Booker.
I did that to you as well.
I
And-
love
and
it.
You showed up, man.
I
It was
did.
great.
I do it.
I
Anytime,
want to hear
anywhere.
about the Zoom show that you blew off though accidentally, Fab.
Yeah.
The Booker texted me, "Hey, thank you. I like Kira." I was like, "Well, motherfucker, it was either her or nobody." So I'm glad you loved her. And of course, I wouldn't have recommended her if I didn't think she'd be like, "I have 2 kids and a family, but sure, let's do this right now." And that was just my memory. But no, Ben Glebe, you know the Nowhere. I think most of you have done it. The Nowhere Comedy Club. Isn't he one of the owners of that?
Yeah. Was
And
Steve
then
Hofstetter? Yeah.
And he has another thing where you only do 5 minutes, and I forgot it was today,
Was
because
it the social distancing club?
yes, that. And I was supposed to do it, and I forgot all about it. And of course, I'm getting, the Instagram message, the texting, and the emailing. Where are you? And I'm like, it's the middle of the day. What does this have to do with anything? Because I'm still having problem with the whole LA, New York thing. The time. I think
really?
6 p.m. here, and I'm like, oh, it's 6 o'clock there, and no, you guys are. Some of you just waking up. Well, no,
Yeah, you gotta
guys are
write it
responsible.
down. You gotta write it down. Yeah.
Wait, come again, Amy? What's this?
What? There's a word. What's the word? It starts with
What?
a C. What
Put down your joint. Get a calendar out.
calendar?
Oh my God! You mean like an organizer? You mean like
But haven't you been in New York for like 4 months? I think
I
the
got
jet
here
lag's over.
November 1st was when I officially got back,
Oh, that's so nuts.
and I was working every weekend, and I was really enjoying just paying my Sprint bill early. That was a luxury. They
Jackie,
called me like, "Are you okay?"
You were working the cellar, man. I mean, you were doing it all. You would have the primo spots. That was pretty exciting.
I'm not gonna lie, I overdid it. I was so obsessed with having that opportunity to be there so much
Yeah.
Every show they hit me with, I'm like, yes. I hung out in case somebody died. And when I tell you, too many sets per week. It'd be different if you were dropping
how come
like.
you didn't go to summer camp this summer?
Nobody.
With
What?
Chappelle?
That's Chappelle. I'm not. We don't know each other. I've never met that man.
He's a seller guy. They were all seller comics who were at that thing. So.
Chappelle's not really. Chappelle is. I mean, I guess he does go to the cellar, but he wasn't. I don't think he was like hanging out there a lot.
No, I heard that's all he did. That when he's in New York, he's only at the cellar, just hanging.
Yeah, that's called a clique that he has that I'm not a part of.
I apologize. I'm sorry for your loss.
The very, very cool kids, the Michelle Wolf, the Michael Che. I'm just meeting these guys now. And, even though I'm not new in the world, they're like, you're way too new to hang out with us. They don't say that, but their eyes say that. I can tell. And, I was taking every spot offered, hanging out there.
That's the dream, Jackie.
No, yes, it is, but I would get off an airplane on a Sunday, and I would take a cab or a lift into the club.
Yes, that's how you do it, J-Fab.
That's Laurie shit.
You're an advocate of doing too much and getting sick and almost dying. You're like,
yes.
You're
a comedian.
Even the club managers were like, you don't have to come. You could let us know you had a flight coming in. I'm like, I have the rest of the day open. All I want to do is go home and sit in my bed and be like, I could have done 7 spots.
I can't believe none of us caught COVID in February or March, right? I mean, I didn't. It's shocking.
Have you guys all been tested? I have not.
Yeah, I love to get tested. I've had like 7.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
What's the point of them unless you get them the results immediately?
Well, I've been going to my mom's a lot, and she's old, and I don't want to steal your material by...
Now that my mom's dead, I'm moving on to new premises.
So
he has a dog, Amy.
I know, she's so cute. I met her the other day. She's really rambunctious and adorable.
Are we talking about a dog or someone's mom?
Or one.
My mom's.
Oh, your mom. Okay.
Yeah, Laurie's dog.
Where does your mom live?
Well, now she lives in Sacramento. She just moved up there, and that was part of the thing because I was helping her move. I just was getting tested, and I never tested positive for antibodies. I can't believe it because I was like city to city to city to city, driving, flying, selling merch. Oh God, are we ever going to do that again? So many hugs.
I went from Vegas when they first announced, which is the petri dish of all viruses.
Oh my God.
Seattle, when Seattle closed down, to New York, and then I got out of New York just enough that I could. So I was like, maybe what
was the last weekend you were out, Ronto?
Well, I've been out since. I was out this weekend. Last weekend out, I know, and I'm going out. Last weekend out was Bellingham, Seattle, Olympia, Washington.
You went on tour. That wasn't going out.
I went on tour. Before that was Brad Garrett's.
She's touring. Carrie's been back to work 5 months ago.
This was a while ago. This was a while ago, right before it started, though.
Oh, okay.
March, February, April, June,
March.
Last week. When did it before it started?
March.
When did you get back home?
So
did
it
you get home like
had
March 15th?
started. I got home, about March 20th, March 15th. No, March 19th exactly, because I moved my plane faster. But it was just when it started. I was all out and about.
Yeah, I was in Tacoma the weekend of March 7th, I think, and then the following weekend, New York City, and I left right on March 16th, day before St. Patrick's Day. That's when I stopped performing live.
If I only had one legacy after passing away, it would be that I was the last weekend at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick. Because I went back there. I went back there last week to do one show. They have a beautiful big ass outdoor outside the club, and I did one show. And they were like, "You were our last show." March 12th was when it was a Thursday. Audiences were light. They all knew that the world was on fire, and they came to the show anyway. And when they were done, they were like, "Do you want to come back tomorrow?" And I was sick then, with what I think now was COVID. And I'm like,
"Oh, I remember that."
Yeah,
you were kind of knocked out, right?
I was sick for 2 months. I thought it was just the world's worst flu.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's a pretty bad one.
And even though when I went to get tested, the doctor was like, "You have a virus," and he's like, "But it's not the flu." That's all he had. He had no other information or guesses because COVID wasn't hot in the streets yet.
Didn't we share an appetizer at the cellar?
I probably had it when you guys
March
came to
10th?
visit. Yeah, probably.
I was in New York. We did the cellar together. And I know
Jackie,
we
did you
shared an
have it?
appetizer.
I think I got to get tested for antibodies. And if I had it, I got Amy Miller sick too. Everyone who touched me, if you had a sniffle, I was the reason, or around me.
Well, I don't know that you'd have antibodies anymore. I think they only last like 3 months.
Yeah.
All right. That's racist, guys. Come on. Let's just... Black antibodies matter. Come on, guys. Let's be nice.
If you
You actually might not.
what club do you miss? What club do you miss the most? Like, I don't have a favorite club yet besides the cellar, like in the country.
The next one. The next
Flappers.
this weekend, whatever they would let me go.
I realized I didn't book anything this weekend, honestly, because it's a lot of work to get there. The outdoor shows, it's an ordeal. The sets are short, and then you take 2 hours to get there. Then you're like, we're done. 8 minutes, 3 hours.
Well, you said the subway's scary again, right? It's like
I've
90s subway.
I've heard the crime is bad because people are unemployed and broke and wander in the streets. And I've been taking Lyft, but Lyft isn't free. It feels free, but
Lyft itself is a petri dish. You're still doing Lyft right now?
yeah.
All right.
I've done it a couple times, like with the windows down, far back right seat, mask, gloves.
Yeah, all the windows open. He's wearing a mask. A lot of them have the partition, the clear thing, and the mask he has on. I have one. Jackie, honestly, my mental health, I have to go out. I stayed in from March until the beginning of late July. And I'm like, that's all I got. I can't give you any more. I have to go outside or I'm going to.
I'm the worst of the group. I go ride my bike every day and I go walk every day. But
That's okay.
But you guys are working in the fall, right? No.
We'll see.
I got October. I got September and October dates.
Yeah,
That's what I got.
It depends how hungry my kids get. If they can,
I bought
we have
rice and
food.
beans
We'll bring
back
some
in March.
over.
I would take gigs right now because I never got unemployment. Because in 2019 I got paid through my corporation, and so I didn't get any W-2s through me, Kira. So I didn't qualify for any unemployment.
Right.
So,
did you do the SBA thing or any of those grants?
I did. I got a teeny one because I got nervous and scared. And now I'm learning like, oh, you might not have to pay them back. And I'm like, dang it. You know what I mean? Like, oh.
Yeah, the PPP loan you probably don't have to pay back, and the SBA loan you will.
I didn't get the PPP one, so I'll try. I'll keep trying.
The SBA loan is at a low enough rate.
That's a workaround for the unemployment. That would, know.
Well,
I got 7 weeks worth of road work for of a PPE. I'll put it in the chat what I got.
The worst one.
Ooh, secret chats already.
Too many numbers. The word.
Oh, nice.
One I applied for one and didn't qualify, but they still sent me $1,000.
Wow.
Applying?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're like, we don't know about. Everyone's not going to qualify for tens of thousands of dollars because
I got that one too.
Because I didn't incorporate far. I've been incorporated on and off. And it's been off since with all the transition, but I just started one again because I'm like, we may never get back, back to normal.
It's the only way to write stuff off, like in the old days of stand-up too.
Yeah.
If you have an S corp.
Yeah.
Or you can sell Mary Kay. I did that. Any home-based business will help you. That's the.
Wait a second. Now, how are you going to go into someone's home?
No, Mary Kay can have. Well, no. Now I'm not doing it, but I sold Mary Kay on and off for about 25 years.
You did?
Wow. Yeah. I was the woman in the cute suit and the pink accessories.
I see that.
And then I stopped doing that when I realized that's horrible. And I would
just soul sucking.
Oh yeah.
Becky, you should You should have a Mary Kay bit in your act, JFab, and then sell Mary Kay after the show. I don't know what you're
merch.
thinking. Yes. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh God.
And have Mary Kate Letourneau open for you. Oh wait, did she die?
May she rest in peace. My
May she rest in
condolences.
She
to
just
anyone.
died.
That's a good idea, Lori. Oh, I can't handle another idea, for God's sake.
Here's another thing you should do.
I got that call yesterday from my sister-in-law. She's like, "Do you do Cameo?" And I was like, "Stop talking to me."
You gotta do it,
A lot of
Jackie.
people.
You should. That's funny.
My brother's been calling me for 2 days now with names of people. Norm Macdonald's doing it.
Yeah,
Larry
I was gonna
Miller
say,
does it.
big
Oh,
fans
yeah.
are doing it.
What's
Yeah,
Cameo?
Funny people are doing it.
What is it?
It's like this service where people pay to get a little personal video from you. Like what you have to set your price, like $10, $20, and then they can send it to their friends, and it'll be like, here's this birthday message from Karen Rontowski or whatever.
I signed up for it about a year ago, and I got offended that nobody was asking me for shit. And now,
I know they keep hitting me up, but I just don't know who would
It's more
order it.
popular now.
Now more popular. They're like, "You want to come back?" And I'm like, "I don't." My feelings are hurt from the first time.
It's another job. It's a whole other job. I don't want to do it.
And when I get a personal message asking for a video, I get those. My first thought is, get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that.
And I'm just like,
That's
what do you
not-
want to see my left
wrong
nipple?
spirit.
Jesus Christ, get off my ass. Or my areola.
I got a cameo from Morgan Fairchild from my friend whose brother had passed away, and Morgan Fairchild made the coolest video about. And she talked a story. She talked about a story about someone who had died in her life, and a butterfly, and sort of how it meant something to her. And she did all this. I gave her almost no details, but my friend had a loss, and she just did this really cool story that I was so impressed by.
Morgan
That's
Fairchild.
weird. She puts out that same story when she wishes happy birthday too. That's what's weird.
I have not heard
I
that.
won't hear it, Karen.
I used to love Morgan Fairchild. All those
She's
shows
cool.
were corny.
I ran into her once at a coffee shop here in Los Angeles, and I thought, that person looks like she had plastic surgery to look like Morgan Fairchild.
I hope you said it out loud.
I did not, but luckily Morgan Fairchild listens to the show. But it was the light of day. It was whatever. It's over now.
She looks amazing. She's on our side in terms of how we're voting. You know, she's a cool lady that doesn't need to be on Twitter, yet she is. Love it.
Do
Isn't that
any of
all
us
of us?
need to be on Twitter, Lori?
Lori
Good point.
does.
I feel dumb when I'm on Twitter. Like, I thought I was a smart woman, but I put on Twitter and I'm like, I'm not educated at all, am I?
Well, you're on the wrong part of Twitter. There's very little what are you looking for education?
There are
That's very
are
dumb.
there sections on Twitter I should be in besides Black Twitter, which is a lot of work also.
No, I'm trying to
Visit
get into
Black
Black
Twitter.
Twitter.
A lot of
We
shit
can
going on.
swap.
Do you see how exhausted I should be? I'm in Black Twitter, regular Twitter. This is a lot.
You got
me.
work. Yeah.
I live in both worlds. What was I gonna add? Are you still writing for Conan? Is this show still happening, Lori?
Yeah, we start back in production next week. So yeah, we were on hiatus.
How many years have you done this? Have worked with that show?
10 years.
Wow.
Oh
It's
my
been 10?
God.
I feel like I guess it's a matter of how long you have the job. I thought it's been like 20 years. But
She's been writing
He's
for.
been on TV for like
on and on.
26 or 27 years, I think. Yeah, 93. Yeah, so.
I would like.
So, ladies, what's the weirdest comedy adjacent job you guys have done during lockdown to like make some money?
Comedy? I mean, not in entertainment?
No, entertainment, but like it still falls under comedy. But like I was thinking like about the Cameo thing about like different things that we have to do as entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Not
Uh,
a
this.
Zoom shows.
Yeah.
This?
Doing this a lot for other people's shows and then taking tips. And
Yeah.
The tip gig has actually I've made a pretty penny with the tips.
Well, Jackie and I did a corporate for a chip company.
Oh,
that
yes.
was pretty fun. It was pretty early on. But the chips, instead of they're made of peas instead of corn.
They were good.
So they named the company and the chips Pedos. And we were all like, have you guys thought about this name? And it was already like a well-established company. So like 6 comedians were like, Pedos. Okay, good choice. Interesting.
I didn't know what it meant. I had to look it up. But then they sent me a life supply of them, and I ate them probably in an afternoon. Delicious product.
Very good. They're
good at what they do. Now do you mention it, I haven't done anything that's not entertainment related. I don't know how to get those opportunities. Like, people write for all kind of shows that you don't have to have a big agent to get. I don't know how. Is there like a secret society? I don't know how to find out about these things. There is, Jackie?
Yeah,
there is a job. There is a job that my sister told me about, but I did a birthday party, but I've had tarot readings nonstop. I've made more money during COVID and no write-offs, so I owe a ton.
Yeah.
But there's a job right now where for $20 an hour, people that live in Korea, South Korea, and I think Japan want to work on their English. So you just have to talk to them and help them with for like an hour to talk on.
That sounds fun.
That's fun. I did that at a somewhere in LA in Beverly Hills, a very popular ESL school. Not an easy job.
I used to do sets at traffic school. There was a comic who taught traffic school, and there was always those work-in spots. Do you ever do those, Ronto?
Many. I bet we drove to some of them together.
Yeah, we did. It was.
Well, you guys should check because now they're all online, and I did traffic school once online, and now they use old clips of everybody. Very old clips. So you're going along, you answer like 20 questions, and then it's like, now it's time for a comedy break. And then it's like, I mean, Sammy Obeid, maybe it was like his first year in comedy. I was like, oh, I had to tell him it was on there. I don't think.
Yeah, that's not okay.
I had somebody, I forgot.
I don't think we signed for that.
What is the?
No, I know I didn't.
The gray-haired gentleman who tells the weather in LA.
Fritz
Coleman, yes.
Coleman?
Yes, he had a charity he booked me to do, and I thought it was me performing live. And he's like, I'll send you a check right away. Yes, Karen. And I'm like, why did you send me a check right away? I haven't done anything yet. And come to find out, they were paying me for my set that they wanted me to email them from some other part of my past. And I
don't read anything.
I don't. I showed up at the show panicking, like, how am I going to get on camera? How am I going to do this? They can't see me. And I'm like, so that check was for the thing I emailed them. I don't even have to be here. How do we
Has anyone gone to do the Empty Laugh Factory gig yet?
No.
Tell me about it. Tell me about
it. Anybody?
I haven't done it yet. Kira, did they ask you to do it?
They asked me several times, and I was pissed because they were offering one amount of money. I think Fabulous did it, or someone told me. No, and then for me, they kept offering me half that, and I was like, deuces. I'm not doing it for
they've
money.
only offered me 0. And they have like 4 checks of mine pre-pandemic that I cannot track down. So I was like, no.
What's her name? Have you emailed, our friend, tall girl? What's her name?
Yeah, I have. I need to follow up again. But now it's like, it's almost September. You think they still have those checks? There's no way.
Yeah, I text Jack Pink because I'm going to be there September 11th. I text Jack to ask about the whole live thing, trying to get some money, and he said I've been laid off. So
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh, I love Jack.
No, I love Jack. He's always.
Did the Laugh Factory get PPP money?
I don't know if they applied. They should be eligible for it, but he owns several of them. He might, of course, he would qualify in some way, shape, or form.
Didn't you say that information was public, Laurie? Like, did someone look and see like all the clubs that got a bunch of money?
Oh.
Yeah, if you got 350 or above, you can look it up. And so I searched like comedy just to see what clubs came up. And then I heard some clubs got a lot of money. And that's why they're probably not rushing to open outdoor shows because they got a lot of money. So there's no need to put themselves through that sort of trouble. I don't know.
I heard Levity might not come back.
No.
As a company?
Well, Levity is the new clubs they opened. The new Levity
Oh,
Live. Levity Live.
oh.
Sorry, not
This
the
might be a graceful exit for them because I don't think they were making back their.
Yeah, have you seen how big
Oh.
it is in there?
The one in Ventura wasn't doing great, right?
No, they weren't selling out unless they had to have top name to sell tickets at all.
Why do people go into that business model? I mean, there's only so many names that can do that, and at some point they're going to stop working clubs. I don't understand it. But you know what? I don't understand comedy clubs, so I should shut up.
That's like when they expanded the Irvine Improv, and I'm like, did you need 200 more seats? Was it crazy like that here? Because I see who you guys book. They're not selling out 6 shows.
Right. They're trying to get some of those comics that jump to small theaters back, but it's not big enough. And then it's still 7 shows a week, and you're like, no, that's why they went to the theaters. They want to go. Yeah.
One
So I
night.
take a private jet to a theater, do 1 show, and take a jet back home.
I'm starting to
There's 7
get.
shows in Irvine. What?
I'm starting to
Speaking
get
of
show
private
envy,
jet, did you guys see Chris Porter's Instagram? He's taking private jets? What?
I think he's hanging out with Chappelle and them.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
his best friend is the awful white guy.
He's so many people already.
No, it's he goes to see Trump, and he's white.
You got to narrow it down, Rontowski.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Comic?
It's a comic?
No, it's a singer. It's a singer.
Kid Rock.
Oh,
Kid Rock. Kid Rock.
Oh,
Kid Rock
God.
is-
Wait,
What?
who's friends with Kid Rock?
Chris Porter, right? The guy that used to have the hair, and now he
Yeah.
looks like a teacher.
yeah, I can see
Yes.
that. I can see that.
I don't even know how Kid Rock still has a private jet. Like, what's happening?
Bon Jovi used to have the best.
He's the middle seats on Southwest, if you ask me. But, I don't know everything.
I heard it's not that outlandish anymore, though. A private jet. Like when you were a child, you'd be like, "There's no way." I hear now, depending on your salary, it's doable. It's not like out of reach. If
Yeah,
like,
you
Jackie,
share
I
it with
still
a few
get the
people.
economy lift, so I don't scroll to like the premium lift. Okay, so
That's because you have 2 children.
that's out of reach.
how many of you have had things that you really wanted to happen for you in your career happen during COVID?
Oh,
Or has it been like such a
Oh.
good time?
Oh, me? Let's see. There was a profile on me in the Washington Post
Yes, that
That's
was
awesome.
great.
Yes.
I- that I can't capitalize on. And the reason I was profiled was because of COVID. So, yeah.
Was it the tweets about your mom?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Are you gonna write a book like you did with your dad? Are you gonna write a book?
What else is there to say? I don't have any more. I'm out of depth comedy. I have a little.
I want you to write a Hillary book. You got to write a Hillary as Trump tweet book.
I
think so,
pitched
too.
it to agents and no one's bit.
They're
Only
wrong.
2? Okay, keep going. It's not
Yeah.
not done yet.
Self-publish also you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, why not self-publish? These days, you can't
Respectable
wait
now.
for the man to be like, I will bestow upon you this opportunity. Yeah.
Like Sam Talent, he's sold like over 5,000 books, and he just launched it himself because
That's
nobody bit. Yeah.
But they're all comedians looking for their own names. Now, let's be honest.
Andy Andrist bought 1,000 copies himself.
You have a huge Twitter platform. You know you're popular on there, don't you?
I mean, I have a Twitter platform, but it hasn't. Anyway, nothing besides that, which I think we would all want is a profile in a major newspaper, and then to not be able to like jump on anything from that is like so frustrating.
Yeah.
But oh well.
I got to talk about video games on Twitch, and it was actually really, really fun. And they paid me a bunch of money for it. That was really cool.
Wow.
Put in the chat how much they paid you, if you feel comfortable.
Oh, that's why there's activity going on in chat. All right. Okay. Oh my God.
That's where all the secrets are.
What?
Hockey.
I
Yeah.
want to be a geek. How do I sign up?
What?
Oh my
Amazing.
god.
Is there a typo? Wait,
No.
Oh my
this is,
God.
oh my God.
I didn't believe it till the check came. None of us believed it.
Wait, did
I
you
was
quote,
like,
what was your quote? Was your quote that?
no, I didn't. I thought I didn't know.
Quote.
I didn't have a quote. What did I work for Mary Kay? I didn't actually have.
They randomly gave you half their budget.
They randomly gave me a year's worth of money
It's
to do this thing
amazing.
for 11
Okay,
hours.
now put in the two people that popped in and how much they got for
Trevor
what?
Noah and Sarah Silverman.
Okay.
They
And they
each got
Oh
they
my
got
God,
this.
Oh
Oh.
my God. How do you know what they got?
each.
each.
So
How do
wait
you
a
know
minute.
that?
So wait, Laura, yours is not too shabby either. What am I doing wrong?
I mine's money. My
The
little
chat just got real
driver-
funny, you guys.
my little
You're keeping it
driver
real in the chat.
loaded.
Wait. So okay, if you don't have a quote, this means that whatever number I'm looking at in Laurie's entry, you can multiply that by 3. That should be where you start on from now on.
Wait, what do you mean my entry? I have no entry here.
Who put
No,
Lori?
you had the
That
loan
was
money.
her loan.
That was
Oh,
my
okay.
PPP loan.
Okay, based on what Jackie got for her gig, your
Right.
quote should be about 2 times that. Start, because now you can clearly start outlandishly and let them bring you down.
Mm.
Yeah. The whole thing. I've been trying to figure out how to turn Twitch into a full-time kind of gig where I'm like, I would like this money because I literally said to them, "Do you have 2 more gigs like this? Because that'll pay for the whole year for me and my husband, and then we can be swimming in organic chicken. It's going to be sweet."
I love it.
What
that's
is
why-
Twitch?
That's
What is Twitch?
Fair enough. It is a video game platform. And it's where people play video games and other people watch them do it. But they also have programming, and they also have comedy shows that start on Zoom, and then you can push it to Twitch so that you don't get to hear people fucking laugh. It's actually quite painful.
Sorry to be the person that asked this, but who's the booking contact again for that show?
text whatever you are comfortable texting to us later. I don't know what you're texting. I just need something to feel validated. Text
Amy and David Triple.
And weirdly enough, it's that guy, and that guy.
Whoa,
I always thought that guy didn't like me.
Oh, he hates me. Okay,
He
well,
likes me.
he's
How come where's mine? He likes me.
Is he a comedian?
He's
Yeah.
a booker of a comedy club, and
in the festival.
yeah.
Someone
Get a
type in
festival.
which club.
Yeah.
Because I don't work for it. I don't know who he is.
Somebody screenshot this whole conversation and text it to me later.
Yeah, Atlanta. Yep.
Yeah.
Also, Jackie, fabulous. Your quarantine has been fine. You've had plenty of good news. You don't have anything to complain about.
I'm not
You've just
complaining.
relaxed. You've been
She was
fucking all the
asking.
time and tweeting about it. We know you're getting dick down and someone's cooking for you. You have good comedy news.
Wow.
You know what I wanted to ask you, Amy? You texted
Yeah.
me, who was this? Were you serious when I text you?
No, it was a joke because you text me the filthiest, most disgusting stuff. And then sometimes I just say, like, new
And I
phone.
appreciate I appreciate that you let me, because I have one girlfriend who I used to text all the time. She'd be like, Jackie, I don't like when you text me these vulgar things. And
And you
kill
like-
my high for life. And now I'm like, please, take this anal throbbing, whatever it is, robbing, train, whatever it is.
What?
Picture.
What?
That's not me or video. That made sense at some point, didn't it?
No.
No.
I heard anal throbbing and I got both less and more interested in the conversation.
Videos,
What's distracting?
videos and pictures of those things is what I meant. So Laurie, are you about to start dating and stuff now?
You know, here's the thing. My son is a teenager. My mom is dead. So now there's room for me to get, some dick. But I can't do that now in a pandemic. So no.
I was first of all, I was scared to ask you that I'd be shut down again. So I appreciate you.
Talk about dick.
Oh my God! So you waited until you had the time and the space and the age appropriation, whatever age appropriateness, and then a pandemic comes and takes away
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The last couple boyfriends, I realized I have a certain, my taste in men isn't going to be good for my son. So I took what's now turned into 6 years off. 6 years.
Oh my God.
And, but I feel very different now than I was 6 years ago.
What is your taste in men? What type of men do you like that you
Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat because there is a type and it is not okay. It's not good for your son.
What
It's
in
not
the
good
world
for
could it
you.
be that you don't want them around? That, yeah.
I'll give you that.
Oh.
It works.
Same thing.
Yeah, but you're predicting that's what you'll meet next time. You may not meet a guy like that when you get back out there.
I know. Well, oh my God, these
Becky Kashian, is that one true? Does Laurie really have a crush on that guy?
That's a type. That's the type.
Oh, I kind of
Tall,
like
dark, and handsome.
I mean,
And-
those are the hottest ones, Laurie. I'm not gonna act like I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't have
Listen,
shit to worry about.
No, what I'm saying is I didn't want the drama, and I wanted to focus on my kid. And at some point, he's going to shift to his friends, although that's been delayed because no one's hanging out with friends. But he's going to, then I can date freely without feeling like I'm negatively affecting his life. And so I'm waiting for that moment.
Because Laura's
Kara
ready
was
to
just
get back
telling
out
me the
there.
same thing. She's waiting for her to get older.
What I heard, on top of everything else wonderful, Laura, is that you're ready to fuck.
Yes.
Is that what you all heard? That's what I heard.
Well, have you thought about like getting on the apps and laying some groundwork until you can meet him? I mean, I'm serious.
Lay the
People are doing
drywall, put the drywall up and just see what happens.
You can always say, I'm on the apps. I'm on the apps. And here's the thing that I learned. You got to move that male age limit way down. You got to move it way down to 35. And then you get the best older guys too. Because if you say, I want 55 to 70, you get the shit. But if they see that you'll go with anyone, you get a better pick.
Because some of them are lying? Is that what you're saying? Like there are guys that are 45 saying they're 35?
No, but you don't want anyone I don't know why, but the app got better. Like even the older guys got better when I moved that way down to 35.
I agree.
I had no matches, none, and that's never happened before. And I just moved it down to 36 today. I'm getting audio messages. I'm getting pictures, a whole thing.
Well, what kind of pictures?
Which one are you using, Kira?
Bumble.
Bumble. Is Bumble the one where you pick them?
There has to be mutual interest, right? So
they have to pick you, but you have to start the conversation or just say hi.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow, I'm not even on Bumble in my marriage.
Wait a minute.
Why is Jackie Kashian looking like an Armenian immigrant?
I don't know.
No, where is
my Mortal Kombat?
Oh, okay.
Karen, I thought it was I could peruse a bunch of pictures like a catalog and pick them, and we go from there. Is that the way it goes?
It
Like
is
a
kind
serious
of,
catalog?
but it can be very discouraging because it's like going through the mall and you're like, yeah, I'm not going to fuck everybody in the mall. So you got to go through a lot of, I say 5 minutes a day and then you're done. Just 5 minutes every day and shut it down.
What's the advice from the two married women to you and Laurie regarding dating? Just because you're married doesn't mean you can't contribute some good dating advice.
Doesn't mean
Kara,
we're
you
not still
first.
dating. You're right.
No.
Because
Kara?
they're married, we don't want their dating advice. We might end up married.
Well,
I don't want to get married either.
They made the mistake. We're still out
talking
here.
about because you want to get married.
They fucked up. Why should we consult with them?
Okay, clearly Laurie and Karen are like we want to be hoes. We don't want advice on how to settle down.
Listen to them. They're both doing weird hat things. I don't know if that's part of being married. You don't pull a hat.
It's also
Hey,
like
Laurie also made the kid mistake too, so don't just give her a pass.
So many mistakes.
I've heard good things about the dating site Hinge. I've heard really positive things about Hinge. You heard about Hinge, Laurie?
Let's see, Amy Schumer and Rachel Feinstein, I think they both found their husbands on Hinge. Is that right?
I think that it was on Raya, which is the one where you have to like get approved as a semi-celebrity, which probably, honestly, you could.
Jackie Kashian has a Raya show coming up, guys. She's getting $50,000 for it.
What's Raya?
Laura,
Raya
you
is
could.
like, it's like an exclusive club. It's like you have to apply and then you have to show like I'm a person who has some notoriety or I'm rich.
So it's like more of a modern Cameo?
No, it's a dating site. It's like Bumble, but it's just very exclusive. You have to be rich or famous or one or both.
Laura, you
But like Rachel's husband was a fire captain. I don't think he.
Yeah, I think I think there's like certain jobs where you can, if you're like a hot enough man who's like got a successful, appealing job like that, then they'll approve you. Because there's more like, I think there's more older, single, successful women on it. So they have to balance out by letting firefighters in.
Whenever I've met a man with money, they were always just not desirable.
They're disgusting.
The expectations they have for women are just that they be young and pliant. Like,
Yeah, they don't
I'm so opinionated. What guy wants that? I don't think any do, honestly.
No, they don't want to. Going on a date with a guy with money, he doesn't want to hear about all your career goals and your ambitions. He's kind of like, I'm just looking for someone to play around with. Good luck with what you're working on. They don't say it, but their face says that. What?
Sometimes that's all right.
Yes.
But yes, you need somebody that is on your same ambitious, like, okay, take your path. I'll meet you back here. Thank God we made it. Go your way and come back.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, luckily, Andy and I have sort of parallel careers, like, and we're sort of at the same level.
Yes.
And it was never like he's not a comic; he makes video games for a living, and but he doesn't like. There's none of that. Like, if you get with another comic, it can get, there's friction of who's getting stuff and who's not getting stuff.
But at the beginning, Andy did pay for everything, and I like that.
Yeah. When we first got together, he had this amazing job, and so for like 8 years, I was still making $25,000 a year doing stand-up, and he kept going, I know that one day you're gonna make a shit ton of money on Twitch, and so, but he said, you're my ace in the hole, and for the last couple of years, I've been making really good money.
He paid for everything, but Jackie only eats at Magnolia Grill, so it's not a lot.
So
I am a cheap date.
He was an investment. As for someone that, that's funny because I do think about that awesome as I sit here reading tarot cards all day and falling asleep, that Andy was a great investment. I have told my clients about Andy.
He was a great investment.
He was a great investment, but so was I, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but you did what no one wants to do. I tell people you have to get on the apps, and they're like, I don't like the apps, and I'm like, no one likes the apps. Like, you gotta send the universe. And I said, my friend just decided she wanted to meet someone, and she went on all these dates, and then she met the perfect guy, who I still have yet to see flaws in Andy, which I'm sure they're there.
Well, you don't know how many boxes of comic books he has hidden under.
Oh my God! Have you not seen the Hot Wheels behind me? Okay,
that's a small price to pay.
Hey, have you seen my fancy decorations in my apartment?
That is gorgeous.
That's how it goes.
How long have you been married, Jackie?
2006, we got married. We met in 2003. I started doing online dating, I think, in '99 or 2000. So it took 3 years, and I did a profile, and then I had and then nobody contacted me for several months, and then I had a couple friends of mine look at it, and they're like, "How about less funny, keep some of the funny, and a little more sincere?" And so we adjusted that, and then I spent 2 years dating some of the biggest weirdos in the world, and then I met Andy, and But what I would do is also 2 years, every 3 months or so, I would just be like, I can't. And I would just mute my account and just sort of take a break, like a month off. Because nobody likes meeting strangers. Yeah.
I've done that too, where I would get on Tinder when I would travel just to see if I matched for my ego and not meet any of them, and then get off Tinder immediately. I'm on and on.
Oh, that's just playing the game. Okay.
Orange County loves me. Orange County Republicans all want me. I don't want them.
Laurie, do you ever get asked out by Twitter followers or anything? Are there people online that if you have like a particularly horny tweet, do you do that? And actually, you don't horny tweet.
My tweets aren't that horny. I retweet horny tweets.
Yeah.
I
you do amplify it. Very beautiful.
Let them know I saw you. I saw that.
But you haven't had anybody in your DMs asking you out?
No, because my DMs aren't open. So.
Oh, Laurie, you got to open up your DMs.
Laurie is a celebrity and she has restrictions and rules.
No, I mean, I don't want what I see women getting in DMs. It seems awful.
Oh, I do. Send them to me.
I only did one dating website where I went, and when I got on it, I went on it to date. I didn't go on it to browse. It was like I needed a pair of black shoes for a wedding, and I gotta go get it. But the thing with it though is that I fucked every guy I met on the site that I was on. It was a wonderful time.
It was a glorious time.
It was a glorious time, but I realized that I was probably promiscuous because I had so many choices. If I were to be honest about it. And not actual intercourse, but just I'd meet them all, make out with all of them. And then I'm still lonely. I am not in love with anybody, although I've gone through half of Oceanside, Camp Pendleton.
Camp Pendleton, that's not bad. Those guys were
They just put a poster of your face up at the base.
And when I come visit a new guy, they're like, hey, Daddy. I'm like, hey, Steve, what's up?
Is that how you got the name for this show? Relatable?
Relatable. Before you got married, how did you meet? Like, do you have a way that you met guys or a place, Kira?
Me?
Yes, you. Why are you so shocked when it comes time to sex and dating? You did and do both.
I mean, look, yes, I did. It just feels like such a long time ago.
Well, it wasn't that long ago.
It was a very long time ago. Yes, I met my husband also, like Kashian, 2003. So
wasn't that long ago?
Yes,
that's a good year, huh? Yeah.
17.
It's two children who have to be homeschooled to go, which I think is
hence this hat. Mommy puts on the hat. I clocked out for the night. No, when you've had like elbows and kneecaps come out of your body, it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Elbows.
I think this is the Achilles heel. This is her uncomfortable area.
Yeah,
I was never like slutty ever.
Unless you get Kira like in the hallway alone, she'll drop something on you real quick, and you're like, oh,
yeah.
Kira.
Yeah.
And then she'll walk
in the chat.
Do you guys remember? Not like too long ago in the group text, I asked you guys if I need a medical marijuana card. Like that's.
Yeah, I had to explain the whole thing. It was so sad.
In LA?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so square.
Well, Laurie's kind of square too.
Yeah.
I mean, there should be a special site for you guys.
Laurie has
no
done
sex.
Way more times than I have. Way more.
I've what?
You've done anal way more times than I have.
All right.
Never
Talk about it.
Never. I've never done anal.
Let's not put it down. Don't knock it till you try it.
It's fine. It's fine.
I just want to say that
weird up the ass. Wait.
I feel like I know what Laurie's like in bed because I saw her the other night at a show and she was wearing 2 masks and I was like, all right. I get it. I get what
one
you're
was
working
on her
with.
pussy. That's what it was.
2 masks.
I started wearing a pacifier in public too, so to force myself to breathe out in and out of my nose.
Laurie, that man that was at your house in the NASA helmet and the thing, he was there to fix stuff?
Whose house was that?
Laurie.
No, she had an astronaut over to.
You had an astronaut at your house. You had a guy from NASA wearing too much equipment to block was it COVID or was he? You remember you sent it to us today? Wasn't that today?
It was yesterday. The text yesterday with pictures of a guy wearing like a helmet and his ears were not covered.
Oh, I went to get the smog check for my mom's car. He wasn't at my house. I went to him, but what he was wearing is something like you could the echo off the mask. I thought he had a mic. Like it would actually, you could have a conversation with people and have this thing on and they can see your face. And if you had some sort of de-reflecting goo on the mask, maybe you could perform like that.
Would you have sex with that guy from the smog check place?
He does have his own business. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm sure he's already taken though.
Wait, no, Jackie, I gotta go too. So it's been an hour. I want to keep doing this. This is not going to be the only one. I want to talk about more personal stuff and be inappropriate with Laurie and ask Kira inappropriate questions.
You are all loved. The universe supports you. Okay, bye.
It's my
Bye. Thanks, Jackie.
I had a small speech, but it's good to see you guys.
I'll listen to your speech by myself, Jackie. It'll be just like every other day.
You're keeping me alive, Amy. You have no idea what you're doing a good job.
Good.
You have no idea.
I love you guys.
I love you, ladies.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
This has been Relatable with Jackie Fabulous.
Yes. Go to my YouTube, all that stuff.